Yeah. All right now. Yeah. All right now.
We are pre-celebrating our 2-year anniversary of being together. We're at this place called Wayward Sons, and the prices are ridiculous, so the food better be super delicious. One of those places that makes all these weird chefy things like corn coulis. What is corn coulis? Nobody knows what that is. We'll check back in, we'll let you know. Wayward Sons, thumbs up or thumbs down? Why?
It sucked. The service, the food.
The service did suck. It was overly priced. I will say this, I love lamb, and that was some freaking delicious lamb. They smoke it for 5 hours, and then they braise it for 5 hours. So if you like lamb, Carrie tried it, and she doesn't eat meat.
And I hated it.
And she hated it. But I just want to say thanks to the sweet little lamb that gave its life for my dinner this evening. It is 9:17 in the a.m. and today is what, babe?
Our anniversary. Oh no, you didn't.
Today's our 2-year anniversary. We're gonna go paddleboarding on White Rock Lake. I spent the morning, disclaimer, I spent the morning pooping my brains out.
Do you not realize I have had diarrhea since Easter's?
From the lamb that I ate last night. But while I was doing that, I was reading horror stories about alligators and mysterious beasts that lurk in the murky waters of White Rock Lake. So maybe we come back from this or maybe we don't. I don't really know. I'm not a good breakfast eater. For whatever reason, I have no appetite in the morning. But today we're going paddleboarding, so I need my energy. So I think we're gonna whip up a shake.
Why I'm saying what way?
And I'll show you how I make it. It's real nice. Looks like barf, but it tastes delicious. We've officially made it to White Rock Lake. Very pretty spot. Like I said earlier, today is our 2-year anniversary of our very first date.
No, I don't
Yeah,
think it was.
it is the 19th. Here's how it went down. Picked her up, took her to a super fancy restaurant called Brio, Italian
Not fancy.
Tuscan Grill. It's a chain Italian place, but it was good. We never stopped dating. That was the beginning. So we called that our 2-year anniversary because of being together, because we never quit. We never saw anybody else. I guess I did go on one other date after that,
He's a horrible person.
but that was an accident. So yeah, we're celebrating 2 years.
Yay.
What was your favorite part of our first date?
I don't know.
What?
Don't put me under pressure.
You have to be under
What's
pressure.
your favorite part?
My favorite part, well, here's how it happened. Picked her up at her house, which was 50 miles from my door, one way. And we still lived in the same valley, Phoenix Valley. I had never met her in person before, so I was a little bit worried that maybe from the photos I'd seen, she's like an Angles girl or something, like she didn't look the same way in real life. But I was pleasantly surprised because she looked even better in real life. She had this little blue dress on, and I was like, okay, it's real. And so I turned on the charm, and the sparks were flying. It was 4th of July. My favorite part, we sat down at the restaurant. Chemistry was immediately apparent, and we were like both leaning forward over the table, and like we were into it. And we took a bathroom trip together, not in the same bathroom. We just both like, hey, I have to pee, and then I have to pee, and then what do you know? On the way back to the house.
Oh, my favorite part was when you snuck into my house and I forgot my keys.
Ooh, yeah. So I took her back home, and she locked herself out.
Yeah.
And so I had to climb her fence, climb through the doggy door where she kept a ferocious pit bull in the room. Just
He's
kidding.
nice.
He was super nice. His name's Bruce. But it went so well that I saw her the very next day, this little cougar right here put all the first moves on me. She kissed me the next day before I even had a chance. And I'm like a third date kisser. I won't lay down the lip smacks until the third date. So I was holding out. I was like, okay, third date, I'll lay it on her. And then, bam, she smacked me with a little pucker. And here we are.
I did that.
Now what do you got on your finger? Bling, bling. We got married. Anyway, we're going to go paddleboard. See you guys in a while. We have returned from our White Rock Lake paddleboarding adventure. Carrie did not fall in, but I did, right at the very end. And I swallowed a mouthful of gross lake water. My best guess is I'll probably contract some flesh-eating bacteria that takes me from the inside out. Any thoughts?
No,
None?
none.
Well, happy 2-year anniversary.
Happy 2 years.
Bye, White Rock. You were good to us. What? So we just pounded some Jason's Deli, and this old lady walks in. We're talking old, like 90s, with long gray hair. I feel like that should be illegal, because old ladies with long hair creeps me out. And I have a story and a very valid reason for why that creeps me out, and I'll tell it to you. Why I believe that old ladies should not have long gray hair. First of all, in any horror movie that's ever happened, if there's a scary old lady, she doesn't have a cute little bob, she's got long gray hair. This is how it went down for me. So as a kid, we're talking maybe 8 years old, in church on Sundays we would go to this thing called primary. It's Sunday school for kids. And this one particular day, our group was going to sing at an old folks home. And we're not just talking like assisted living, we're talking old folks home. I'm trying to be sensitive here, but I walked in, the smell was really bad, and nothing against old people, I understand. Eventually, things start to deteriorate inside you, and your muscles just aren't what they used to be, and whatever else. We're going to sing all these songs for these old people. So they've gathered this group of old people into a room. There's rows of desks, and all these elderly people are there watching these cute little kids sing them songs. And I, from the very beginning, refused to sing. Call me insensitive, it's fine. It just is what it is. It stunk really bad in there. Half of them were in diapers, so it's safe to reason that there were poop in some of those diapers, and I believe that's what I was smelling. So as I'm in the back row trying to hide myself, just humming, just because I didn't want to open my mouth and I didn't want to taste or breathe whatever I was smelling. And I'm watching this old lady 2 or 3 rows back, who's definitely not all there. She's checked out. She's ready to go the way of the earth. Long gray hair, like down to her middle, long gray hair. But she's sitting in her desk with this distant look in her eye, not really looking or focusing at anything, head tilted slightly, and she's just sitting here twirling her gray hair, right? Which is already creepy. She just got that look. She's absent. I'm watching her. I'm kind of fixated on her because I can't really look away. And as she's twirling her long gray hair, which we've discussed is inappropriate for old ladies to have, she hooks a finger in the hair and yanks it so hard that she pulls out a clump of her hair. And I stand back, I like audibly gasp at the sight. She rips out a chunk of her hair. I'm shocked, I'm watching her, and she then proceeds to put that glob of hair in her mouth and gum it around
And now there's a long-haired old lady lost with an absent look in her face, chewing on her own hair. And I was terrified. She then would like pull the pieces of hair out of her mouth and wipe them under the desk and then go back for more. But it was terrifying. Anyway, that's the story. I literally kissed the ground, and I don't think that I've been to an old folks home since. It's not really my fault, because I was a kid. I was impressionable, and they subjected me to that. I love old people. I will one day be an old person, but that was a little bit too much for sweet, innocent 8-year-old Sam.